Good morning, listeners. Welcome back to
Wow, okay. Coming in hot, okay.
coming in super hot.
How
hey,
about
Josh.
this rain?
We love rain.
Yeah. I didn't realize Ohio had a monsoon season.
Apparently,
Yeah. I mean, it's good for business, but people also need to mow.
I was about to say, yeah, my yard is getting to the point where
Yeah.
it's getting kind of tragic, and I need to mow other people's yards too, and I haven't been able to do that. So, my bad. So how's things going?
Oh, good. I'm in a place that I never thought I would be at.
Oh,
I'm in a lull of like books to read.
oh, really? Okay, yeah. I'm the opposite right now.
Well, because I've gone through all of like the Old Republic stuff
Yeah.
that I want to listen to. I try not to listen to any of the newer Star Wars canon because it's annoying.
Yeah, understatement of the century there. Okay.
So I finished what is released for Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Yeah.
So I'm all the way up to book 8, waiting for book 9, which is the last book, but it's going to be 2 books. So, but it's like a part 9 1, part 9 2. So I'm in kind of a lull of things to read. Like I honestly can't tell you how many times I've reread Jurassic Park and Lost World.
Oh, really?
But like, I think it's a testament to
love 'em.
how good
Yeah.
those books are.
Yeah, for sure.
And again, like I've said, it does not take anything away from the movies, but just knowing some of the background stuff. The one thing that blows my mind is in the movie, they are very slow to figure out like that the dinosaurs are breeding, and like they don't figure out until like Alan is actually out with the kids and everything. But
Right.
in the movie, they're like, we'll do a count on the animals, and then they keep increasing the counter, and the number just continues to go up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like while they're like,
I don't know that I ever even picked up on that.
yeah. So in the book, yeah, that's how because they keep track of all the animals through counts.
Yeah.
So it'll count all the animals and like because they were under the impression that they could control everything, which is the whole point of that movie.
Right.
But they keep increasing the parameters, but they started with a set parameter because that's what they expected it to be.
Gotcha. Okay.
So once they start increasing the numbers, he keeps finding it. And Hammond is not the nice, lovable grandpa that he is in the movie. He's more of like the dark Walt Disney
Yeah.
that Walt Disney really was. So
What? How dare you say something about the frozen head kept at Disney's vault?
Oh yeah, why they came out with Disney's Frozen so that people would stop.
It's covered up. Cover up.
But yeah, how are you?
You know. So Josh and I are back in person together for probably the final recording of in person for a little while,
Yeah.
anyways.
At least
And-
in-person recording in Ohio.
Yes. Yeah.
Exactly. We'll put it that way.
Yeah. And so as Josh walked in today, he goes, how's the packing going? And I was like, yeah, I don't want to talk about that. Packing is such a pain in the butt.
Right.
But we're in the throes of trying to get 13 years worth of stuff that we've
Right.
collected in this house now pared down to just the things that we need and get it all packed and ready to move and stuff like that.
Right.
And so the next, I think I figured it up this morning somewhere in the ballpark of like 22 days. The next 22 days are going to probably be the death of me, but it'll be fine. I'll get on the other side of it and stuff. And
Then you gotta unpack everything.
yeah, but the unpacking's not as bad.
Yeah, that's true.
Because like as we're putting things into the boxes and stuff like that, we're labeling everything. I'm trying to like make sure that when I label things, I put in like parenthesis under what's in the box. I put where it goes. So I'm
Right.
like garage, living room. You know,
Yeah.
I'm trying to designate and say like put these things in these places. That way, whoever helps us unload and stuff like that when we get down there
Right.
can know where to put things. But man, it's just you don't realize how much crap you have until you
gotta
move.
move, yeah.
And so I told Brooke, I was like, when we get to the house down there, especially since this house that we're going into is more like a holdover until we build the house that we want. I'm like, we're not going to unpack all this stuff. Like we're going to be minimalistic. Like we need a couch, a couple of recliners, the TV, you know, the table, like basic
Yeah.
stuff. And let's just keep it as simplistic as we
Don't buy
possibly
any
can.
crap.
Yeah, like
And
literally.
use the crap we have.
Yeah, my parents are down there, and so I know they're gonna want to get stuff for Sky. But I'm like, buy her clothes. Just like that's the one thing that's super easy to pack, and she always needs more of them because she's a teenager and she's growing like a freaking weed. So yeah, that's yeah, but that's how I'm doing.
Yeah,
I'm ready to light a match and just watch the entire thing go up in flames so we can get the insurance money and roll on with life.
There you go.
It would be way easier, but
that's fair.
Now that I said that, they're gonna have this recording of it, and so if our house burns down in the next couple of days, they're gonna be like,
the power of editing.
Yeah, right. Oh, it disappeared. I don't know what happened. Yeah. So I got a would you rather question.
Okay.
As we do
questions.
This was one that I came across a version of it. I tweaked it just a little bit for our purposes and stuff like that. Would you rather have a llama that follows you around and spits indiscriminately, so you don't know where it's going to spit, anytime somebody misunderstands you, or have a pigeon that sits on your shoulder and loudly announces, "This ain't it," every time you're about to make a mistake? And to be clear, it's the only phrase that the pigeon can say.
Oh, man. That's a tough one. Because a llama would be fun. Because it would let me know like how many times the kids just don't understand what I'm saying. Yeah. And I mean, one of my 3 children, I swear, needs to go get a hearing test because they can't hear. I'm like, huh? What?
Yeah. Favorite word is huh? Yeah. I get
Bro,
that.
what?
Yeah.
I don't know. I would like the pigeon if it could. If the pigeon would say like that's not it, like when you're about to make a mistake.
Oh, that's what it is. Like every time you're about to make a mistake.
Oh yeah, then that
says,
one.
This ain't it.
That one, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
I think that one would be the most useful. But there's also like there's something to the llama roulette, basically that. Every time somebody misunderstands you, somebody's gonna get spit on. You just don't know who it is.
Yeah,
it's like
spits in their face.
Could be you. Yeah, could be them. Could be somebody random.
Could be some random.
Yeah, innocent bystander.
Some random baby in a stroller.
It would be kind of fun just to have a llama follow you around, though.
Yeah, it's true, but
especially if you didn't have to have it on a lead or anything. It's just always there.
Yeah. I guess that's also one animal that I think we missed on our what animals do we think would be the most pretentious. I think llamas would be up there too.
Yeah, that's a solid choice on that one for sure. They always the nose up in the air kind of thing. Yeah, they sure do, man. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I didn't either until I got thinking about it. I was like, wow, they could be kind of pretentious. But yeah.
Brooke and I, so talking about animals, like Brooke and I have been talking about that when we get down to North Carolina that we want to have some animals, and so we know that chickens are like an easy win in that sense, like because we want eggs and things like that. Yeah, and then Brooke and Sky can figure out where chickens come from. And everything. It's going to be great. But we were talking about like chickens. We talked about goats because one of the things that I actually think would be awesome is I said like I want to go out in the woods kind of behind where the chicken coop is going to be and fence off a section. You put goats out there, they'll clear everything, right? Yeah. Like they eat everything. And so let them clear out the section back there of the woods and have like a spot that they live in that respect. But then like Brooke was talking about the idea of doing the traveling goat thing where people can rent them. You take your goats over, you drop them off, like you fence off a place, drop the goats off. They clear out the land for people. It's a whole thing.
I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah,
but then we got to like further into our discussion about animals, and we were talking about it last night, and we were like, we're definitely getting a donkey. And what was it?
Donkey.
I got to think of it now. Gosh. It's Jote is what we're gonna name it. Jote. So it'll be Donkey Jote. But it was because Joe Reeves was the one that came up with the name for it and stuff. And so we're like, yeah, not Donkey Jote is going to be his full name, but then like just Jote or Joe. It might be what I end up calling him. So.
That's funny. Are you going to call one of your goats LeBron?
He's the first one I kill. sorry, bud. Just luck of the draw.
Oh no! Who would have guessed?
No, he's not the true goat. All right. Well, everybody, we've got Cryptid of the Month for you today. Josh is on that one. And then I've got some fun things to play with Josh. I finally am going to live up to my word of bringing a game to the table. So.
nothing like cutting it down to the wire.
That's right. Yeah. Last minute. We'll do more games over the video part when we do that stuff.
And I think too with because like I said, I have the video thing figured out now.
Yeah.
So we can do a lot more visuals and stuff like that with especially like when we do cryptids, when we do the big stories and stuff like that,
right.
We have the ability to share our screen while we're doing it.
Right.
So we can kind of...
Because there's a lot of things that we talk about like visually on here
right.
and try to describe and stuff, but sometimes we don't do it justice.
Yeah. Well, and it also helps that, we are kind of forgetful and have busy lives and can't really put up stuff on social media and stuff like that.
True. So. Very true. All right, well, let's dive into this bad boy. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning, Josh.
Recognize me? No? Well, I'm Josh. I got suspended from school because of Josh.
You're going to be there with me in every way imaginable, Josh.
Josh is truly in a trance, yes.
I went to high school with Josh, and I can tell you right now, he's a terrific kisser.
Hi, I'm Josh.
Josh, these are people's jobs we're talking about, Josh.
Thank you very
much. Hi.
Josh walking in the door wasn't even close.
Josh, you are a muffin-snuggling pirate puncher.
Josh is a good guy. We can talk to him.
Please welcome Joshua. Josh.
Dance break over.
Right.
Every time.
Sad. Womp, womp. This cryptid was kind of hard because I was trying to find something that we haven't done before, and then I was like, well, we could do like some of the big ones and things like that.
Yeah.
But I thought in honor of our last recording in Ohio that we would take a look at a smaller Ohio cryptid.
Oh, okay. There's more that we haven't discovered yet?
Yeah. Well, I mean, in a sense, yeah.
Okay.
There's more that we haven't talked about yet. So today we're going to head to Defiance, Ohio, which for those of you on a map, if you're looking at the state of Ohio, if you're looking at it, to the right is Pennsylvania, to the left is Indiana. So Defiance sits...
Sorry, I just love the fact that we're using right and left, not east and west.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead.
So to the east is Pennsylvania, to the west is Indiana.
Okay, Magellan, calm down.
to the north is Canada and Michigan.
Yeah.
And so Defiance kind of sits in a... I'm not going to say like the complete northwest corner of Ohio, but kind of over towards Indiana, kind of below Toledo, kind of over in that area.
Yeah, okay.
So kind of towards the border of Ohio and Indiana.
Sure.
So that's just kind of to let you know where we're at geographically.
Great name for a town, too.
Oh, yeah, because it
Defiance.
kind of already sounds like something is wrong. Maybe, they're being defiant of something.
I just like to think that maybe they were like the last holdout in the north of like people that were on the side of the South in the Civil War. So
it was actually
Defiance.
the last holdout of Michigan when you had the Battle of Toledo and things like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about that.
That's a whole thing. Yeah.
Yep.
So we're going to go back to the summer of 1972. So relatively speaking, not too terribly long ago.
Yeah,
but
we're not going to call that old because I'm only a decade out from
yeah,
entering into the world at that point in time.
I was going to say, yeah, I'm not that far behind you either.
Yeah.
So Defiance got a creature report so strange it kind of sounds like a prank.
Creature report. Creature report.
A creature report so strange it kind of sounds like a prank somebody wrote at 2 a.m. after too much coffee and not enough sleep.
Okay.
So we're kind of in that Frogman vein kind of thing.
Yeah.
So a railroad worker said he got hit by a dog-like humanoid with a board.
Okay.
Like, a board.
Yeah,
not claws, not teeth.
Not a metal rod with a glowing rock on the end of it.
Yeah, not a
Anything
metal
along
rod
those
with a
lines?
glowing... Yeah. A literal piece of wood.
Just a 2x4 to the face. It doesn't hurt so much here or here as it does right here.
So Jack saw Jim Duncan was out in the woods with his 2x4.
Like, no, it looks fine. Jeez, what happened to your face?
Richard.
Okay, for any of you like younger listeners that are out there, we're quoting from Tommy Boy.
Yes.
So if you haven't seen that movie yet, do yourself a favor.
So either Ohio has officially produced a werewolf or the most aggressive construction worker in history.
Let's go. Yeah. As the construction workers needed a different number to add on to there.
Right. So for today's Cryptid, we're going to talk about the Dogman of Defiance, which, I mean, that's a solid name.
That's a dope name.
Solid name. So sometimes called the Werewolf of Defiance, one of those local legends starts as a weird report, then grows, no pun intended, teeth because everyone in town has a slightly different version of the story.
There was a pun intended.
Yeah, of course. So let's kind of go back. So let's put ourselves in Defiance in 1972. This is not a glamorous era. No smartphones, no Ring cameras, no instant viral clip where somebody can scream "monster" and then have over 8 million people arguing by lunch.
But bell bottoms, platforms,
yes,
all the good stuff.
The decline and the starting of the Rust Belt in the Ohio, Michigan region, and things like that. So, like I said, Defiance sits in northwest Ohio, a place where real history, rail lines, dark roads, wooded edges, and enough small town atmosphere for a rumor to spread fast. And that matters because cryptid stories just don't live on the creature itself. They live in the environment that helped the creature become believable. And this was a time, and this is still in the age before mass information technology. I mean, news stories, newsprint was the prime media of that day.
Yeah, it's faster, but it's not to the point that it is nowadays, right? Like because, they had telephones, radio, television, all that kind of stuff back then, but it was still, everything depended upon the timeline of some guy sees something, a reporter goes out, makes the report, goes back, records it on live television usually. Yeah. All that stuff kind of has to happen, and so it's not as quick as nowadays on Facebook where you like
share a video, things like that. Video was a lot more grainy and things like that, which I think that gives a reason why we don't have more quote unquote monster encounters, cryptid encounters, because video and eyewear technology is a lot better than it used to.
Yeah, nowadays when people see something, they're like, I saw Bigfoot, and then somebody can take the footage and actually slow-mo and stuff, and they're like, yeah. It's just Aunt Betty. She braided her beard again. It's okay.
So we have a lonely stretch of tracks, early morning hours, brush, woods, and shadows, and that's kind of where the story became legend in about 12 seconds. Mm-hmm. So the first encounter, the main witness that most people talk about is Ted Davis, a railroad worker. So according to the reports, on July 25th, 1972, he was working near the Norfolk and Western Railroad tracks when he encountered something that he absolutely should have not been there. Mm-hmm. So he reportedly saw what he first described as huge hairy feet or paws in front of him.
Hobbit. Okay.
Right, yeah. So that's not a great start to be in a story with, like, just huge claws, feet, paws, whatever.
Yep.
If your first clue is that the ground has become alive and hairy, that day has gone badly. So,
Yeah. Things went sideways
if you're out in the woods and it's kind of dark, like, shapes can look like other things. Like,
right.
When you're out traveling or walking in a field and you kind of, like, see a tree move in a weird way, you're like, what was that?
Or when we've been progressively like packing up all the stuff in your house and things aren't where they usually are, and you walk in at nighttime and get freaked out because something looks like a person standing in the corner or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, totally didn't happen to me last night at all. Everything's fine, man.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm fine. This is fine.
So when Davis looked up, he said he saw a creature standing there, tall, upright, dog-like, wolf-like, hairy, and humanoid. So we kind of run the gamut there. So could be a really tall dude, could be a very large mastiff, something, but it was standing up. Rougarou. Various tellings put it around 6 to 7 feet tall, so like 6-7 feet tall.
Hey, let's go.
Though sometime later, retellings stretched that even bigger because folklore loves a good exaggeration.
Yep.
But even the conservative version...
He was 12.5 feet tall. Eyes that glowed red every single time, right?
Yeah. Sense of dread. So even a 6 to 7 foot tall, hairy dog-like creature is still terrifying without it being any large dog-like creature could be terrifying anyway.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, when you talk about like some of the big, huge dog breeds, like I said, like a bull mastiff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That are huge. And because there was I had a customer one time when I was working for the water treatment place. They had a big bull mastiff.
Yeah.
But thought it was a puppy. So it was like jumping around, but like that Joker puts his paws on your shoulder, and you're looking eye to eye with a dog.
Right.
Like that's terrifying.
I had a friend of mine he was only like 5'10", and he had an Irish wolfhound. Mm-hmm. And this thing he would get it to stand up and put its paws on his shoulders. And when that dog was standing like full height, it was like 8 foot tall. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a big dog.
I had a friend in high school, they had one, and whenever you went upstairs, you thought 2 people were following you up the stairs because it's like
except it only took him like 2 steps to get up there.
Right. So here's the detail that makes the story memorable. Davis said he saw the creature had a wooden board, likely a 2x4. So
that's the part that I love.
Right?
He's like, I got to go terrify the people of Defiance. Better stop by Lowe's first.
Good old Ace Hardware.
And this is a nice pine board.
It's a little warped. I'm going to get another one.
Yeah, he's like, this one's not straight enough to clobber people with.
Well, I mean, but the funny thing is, I mean, at least it didn't have enough strength to be wielding a railroad tie. Because, I mean, this was around the railroad yard.
Yeah.
So,
Thank goodness for that.
Like, imagine like a dog-like creature wielding a railroad tie.
Yeah. Have you ever see those machines that they use to like replace the railroad ties? My goodness, man, those things are beefy. Yeah, if he was carrying one of those around, then we got some real things to worry about.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, so this thing had apparently enough awareness to wield a weapon and swing it. So
that's remarkable. Yeah.
So that's just not a cryptid. That's kind of a problem with motivation. So according to the story, the creature struck Davis on the shoulder with the board and then ran off into the woods. So it actually, according to him, it swung the 2x4 and hit Davis on the shoulder.
Okay.
So
it doesn't seem like whatever the creature was like super malicious.
Yeah, like aggressive.
That seems more like a move of just like, get away from me, and then like runs away type of thing.
Yeah, like standing up in the middle of a road with a rod. You shall not pass.
I just love that it's like we're slowly devolving the Frogman into Kermit.
This is my highway in the middle of the swamp. What are you doing here? You haven't seen a pig around, have you?
So, because if you're a railroad worker in Ohio and your life isn't interrupted by a giant dog man carrying a 2x4 like he's late for a home improvement project, it's just not a normal Tuesday. So that's the kind of encounter that changes how you look at brush piles forever.
Yeah.
So
I'm getting an indoor job. Is what I'm doing.
I am never setting foot outside again. you hear somebody hammering a nail on a 2x4.
Or it's like the opposite. He realizes that this thing isn't actually out to like try to kill him, and so he's like, "Wait, come back. We could build a house together."
Do you have
more 2x4s? This could be a gold mine.
Hey, I need an 8-footer. You got an 8-footer?
Yeah. Listen, I'll bring the hammer and nails. You bring the 2x4s, and we'll make something happen here.
Can you carry more than one?
Right.
So,
sorry, it's a 7 foot tall dog man. It's just super weak. He's like he can only get one at a time.
And it's not even like a wall stud size. It's just like a door jamb size. Like,
yeah. It's a half-inch like thick board. It's super weak. That's hilarious.
And if you actually think about it too, it was probably a legit 2x4. Like because nowadays like 2x4s aren't actually 2 inches by 4 inches.
Which drives me crazy.
Oh, it's so trying to like
that's
find
a learning curve that they don't tell you about until you're like in the midst of a project and stuff. Because like even like rebuilding the steps on the front of our house when I did that and stuff, I'm working everything off of measurements based on the sizes of the boards, right? What it says that it is,
right?
And then I get to the point of like starting to assemble the project and realize like none of this stuff fits correctly because they're liars.
Yeah.
And so I had to like.
It's just easier to be like, oh, I need a 1 3/4 board by a 3 3/8 board.
Just call it like it is. That's all I'm saying. Like, I
Or
understand.
actually make them 2x4s. Like if you're going to sell 2x4s, make them an actual 2x4.
Yes, that's my whole. This is a super simple equation.
Right.
Things should be what we say that they are. Like no,
Stop.
no.
Stop.
I'll fight that battle because it's just like it drives me crazy. Because I'll be, you're working on something and you're working under the assumption of what size these things are, and now you've got to relearn that every single size that they say things are is a 1/4 inch off of what they say, and it's or 1/2 inch sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't understand why we're doing this as a society. Why can we not just just list them for what they are?
Yeah.
This is 1 3/4 inch.
So the board kind of is a huge detail reason people remember in this case, because a lot of it is I saw something large, fuzzy at the edge of the woods. So this is a more tangible, I guess you could call it, instance where there was something, an interaction that happened. And a lot of times you get very few and far between interactions.
Yeah.
I remember with the Snallygaster, I mean, it was on the roof and things like that. You have more tangible evidence that something happened.
Right. Yeah, the claw marks on the roof and things along those lines. I
The
think
scratches on the doors.
the
and
infield
things.
horror. Yeah, it was the scratches on the door. There were some things that were like physical markers for some of them.
Right.
A lot of them, there's like the Frogman.
Yeah, it's just
You have these random sightings of one guy by himself, middle of the night in a swamp, 2 police officers, years later, and it's just like, things are so spread out, so sporadic in a sense, and there's no physical evidence. Like it's just people saying like, we saw these things. So
yeah. I mean, it's vague enough that it could be anything. I forgot I wrote this. So the whole story is kind of like, it's vague enough that it could be anything from a bear to a very committed raccoon. But that's a big raccoon.
that's a big raccoon. Yeah, trash pandas are getting out of control.
But
did it leave the 2x4 behind?
It doesn't say
or the piece of wood. We keep saying 2x4. But
It doesn't really say if it kind of hit him and just ran off, but it doesn't say that they found the 2x4. But again, with construction materials and things like that, like it could have been any of them, or could have just grabbed a weapon of opportunity, kind of thing like that. But the story says that the creature made contact. It hit somebody. It used an object, so that immediately raises the stakes, because now the report is no longer just a distant visual encounter. It becomes a physical incident, which makes people ask questions like, was it a person in a costume?
Right.
Was it a prank? Was it a misidentified animal? Was the witness stunned and filling in the gaps?
Yeah.
Which a lot of time happens where you think you see something and then your brain just develops this whole story.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Or was it some kind of upright, strange creature running around Defiance? So that's the fun part of cryptid stories. They kind of sit right between that gap of ridiculous and maybe, and you kind of just, fill in the gaps from there. So the second sighting. So there are multiple sightings to this thing. So a few days later, Davis and a coworker reportedly saw the creature again. So Davis is involved again, but this time he has a friend. Mm-hmm. So this time
so the same guy is involved in both of these sightings. Okay.
So take that with a grain of salt.
Was Davis a little bit of a drinker?
So this time it wasn't swinging lumber like a deranged forest carpenter. Instead, it said to be lurking in the bushes and just watching them.
Okay.
So it could be an instance where
came back to apologize.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey man, sorry I hit you with that board the other day.
You scared the crap out of me.
Right. You startled me.
I'm a little shy."
I love that we're developing now a 7-foot tall dog man that is incredibly weak and shy.
It's friends with the squonk.
Oh yeah, the squonk. Yeah,
I was like, why am I drawing a blank on this one?
If you look at both of them too fast, they just melt into the ground. Oh, don't look at me.
So the detail is important too, because it changes the mood of the story. The first encounter sounded like a sudden attack or defense, like we were saying. The second kind of sounds like surveillance. Now, the creature isn't just some random thing that darted through the area. It's returning, watching, staying in the same general area.
General area.
And when more than one person sees something at once, the report gets a little bit heavier. It gains a little bit more weight.
That's what we talked about with the frogman. That when the two police officers reported they saw the frogman, that all of a sudden this guy who seemed like such a kook from the first story,
Right,
has validity added to it.
exactly.
So, yeah.
And that's kind of with this one. It's two people saw the same nightmare adjacent problem that tends to make the local legend stick a little bit more.
Yeah.
So the third report. So we have
Okay.
another one. There was reportedly a third sighting, this time from a man driving home from work late at night. He saw a creature that ran out in front of his car and disappeared quickly. And that's such a classic cryptid move, by the way.
Yeah.
Show up, ruin somebody's commute, vanish. And if you're building mythology of a place, you don't need dozens of sightings to make it work. You just need enough consistency to make people uneasy, to give you that sense of maybe something's there. So, and that's the point where this full story starts to take shape. It's big, it's hairy, standing upright, active at night, near the railroad tracks, seen by multiple people in a short span, sometimes acting aggressive, sometimes just watching. And that's where...
You know what you just described?
Who?
Your mom. Sorry, I had to do it.
Wow.
Wow. Susan's coming to my house later. She's going to beat me up.
So that's where the legend starts to get legs and starts to evolve, because you have more than one person seeing it. You have multiple sightings, things like that.
Right.
So here's where things kind of get messy, because the descriptions are not perfectly consistent. And that's where all of these cryptids kind of break down, where you have one person saying another thing. You have somebody saying something close,
right, but
not exactly. So some versions make the creature sound like a wolf standing upright. Some make it sound more like a dog-man hybrid. Some say it looked human enough to be a person in a costume. And some accounts include an oddest detail of all, and that's clothing. So there are some versions where witnesses or retellings suggest the creature may have been wearing jeans or dark pants. And once you introduce jeans into a Dogman story, the whole thing kind of becomes deeply absurd, and in the best possible way.
No, it just becomes Teen Wolf.
Yeah. Michael J. Fox was in Defiance.
This is like not long before.
I know.
Because Teen Wolf was the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they based Teen Wolf off of like the idea from this story.
So, and one
jeans is a great addition to it. I love that.
So now the question is, was it a monster? Was it a prank? A mentally unstable human being? A costume daredevil? We don't know yet. So a confused witness trying to describe a strange shape in poor light, that's that uncertainty is exactly why the story survives.
Mm-hmm.
If it were too clear, the legend would die. If it was too vague, nobody would really care.
Right.
But this one lands kind of in a sweet spot, enough detail to be eerie enough, and enough weirdness to debate for the times to come.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think the brand of jeans was for the? For this
had to be Levi's. I mean, that was
Levi's.
probably
Levi,
the most.
I'm like Levi's, Wranglers. I don't know who is going to be rocking.
Yeah, I mean, those are probably the two most popular at the time. Or I'm trying to think of some other older brands.
Yeah, those are like the two top ones that come to mind for me. I can't think of any other like really old brands.
They were probably Levi and Strauss too. Like they were probably the old version of
American Eagle brand jeans.
Abercrombie.
Yeah, right. It's just a really angsty teen wolf with no shirt on.
Which like Abercrombie was like founded in like really, really early.
Yeah, it was around like long before most of us ever knew that it existed and stuff. But
like I want to say, and I'll fact check myself on this so you guys don't have to. I think it was like late 1800s, early 1900s that it was founded. Yeah, because there was actually in the Civil War there was a General Abercrombie that was in a Civil War general. I think you might have started a clothing line after
1892.
Yeah, I thought I was right. Yeah,
yeah,
which is kind of weird.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because it didn't become popular until like the late 90s, early 2000s, and then completely died off.
Yeah, it was June 4th, 1892 in Manhattan, New York.
So they could have been Abercrombie jeans.
See? Yeah. We said it as a joke, but we meant it.
So the report apparently caused a stir in the town, as one does. The part that makes the story feel more alive because it wasn't just a modern internet legend that kind of sat in an archive until somebody rediscovers it. It was local noise, local fear, local calls, a town reacting in real time to the possibility that something strange had shown up near the railroad tracks. And when a story like this hits a small town, it's kind of spreads like wildfire, gossip from one neighbor to the next neighbor. It kind of just snowballs from there. Somebody hears it from a coworker. Then somebody's cousin repeats it with a slightly different detail. You have this gigantic game of telephone going on about this urban legend that becomes cryptid.
Heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend. You've been hitting people with a board.
So by the end of the week, the thing is basically an Ohio werewolf with a union card and a criminal report.
Nice. Love
So
that.
that's kind of how folklore works and how cryptids get born. So
Hangs around outside of the Ace Hardware store just bumming cigarettes off of people. I just love this. This is gonna sound so mean, but this thing is slowly devolving into my uncle. On my mom's side, to be clear, for anybody from my family who might listen to this.
So the police response is one of the most interesting parts of the story. They did not fully dismiss the reports, but they also did not declare, yes, Ohio has a werewolf problem.
Right.
Which makes sense. So instead, the descriptions led to the idea that this might have been a person in disguise, possibly wearing a mask or a costume. And that's a very human response to an inhuman claim.
Mm-hmm.
So take the weirdest report and see whether a prank or hoax could explain it. And a lot of cryptids, a lot of like alien UFO sightings, things like that. You kind of try to take everything as that. Well, what if this is a prank approach?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, is that UFO really a drone? Or
I mean, with the way that
something?
people are, you kind of have to do that.
100%.
This stuff.
100%. So, like I said, that's not unreasonable. In fact, that's exactly what you'd hope the police would do, is not immediately go, well, we got a werewolf. All right, everybody start loading silver bullets.
Yeah, right.
Anybody bow hunt, use silver-tipped arrows, things like that. So even if it was a hoax good enough to scare multiple people in different encounters. And that's still an interesting story in and of itself.
For sure.
Because if one guy in a mask can convince a town it has a dogman, then the story becomes about fear, suggestion, and atmosphere just as much as it becomes about the creature itself.
Absolutely.
And if it wasn't a hoax, then you're left with a much stranger problem.
Yeah, then you do need to load those silver bullets up and get ready.
So the Defiance Dogman story kind of sticks out from other crypto stories for a few reasons. First, it had a very specific location and date. Like there's different variations of a Dogman, throughout states and
different
countries
places,
and things like that.
Yeah.
But this one at least had a specific date and time. Second, it had multiple witnesses in a fairly tight time window.
Mm-hmm.
Third, it included a physical strike with an object. Fourth, it has the uncanny mix of animal features and human-like behavior. So that's one of the reasons why this makes a good cryptid story.
Right.
So because you can tell it the way it is, you can just lean into absurdity, which, we try to do a little bit of both.
I was about to say, we balance the two.
So tying this into other cryptids, the Dogman of Defiance also fits a wider Dogman tradition. Like we said, across North America, there are recurring stories of wolf-like humanoids. There's a Michigan Dogman as well. So the relative proximity could lead credence to it's the same.
Sure. Traveled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it spends, a little bit north in the summer, and then in the winter it gets a little bit, goes a little south.
A little south, yeah.
So there's werewolf tales, rural dogmen sightings, and something big that ran upright across the road. And this can also tie into Bigfoot, things like that.
Right.
So I know, like here in Ohio, we have the skunk ape. Is Ohio's version of Bigfoot.
Yeah. Yep, for sure.
So some people hear Dogman and they think it's a single creature with one origin, and it's not. It's more like a genre of story, a type of encounter that keeps reappearing in different places with different names. So it's one of those things where I kind of wanted to do this because one, it was an Ohio cryptid, and two, it kind of covers a larger subsect of cryptids with the Dogman, the werewolves, things like that. So it's kind of one of those things where it probably was a hoax, but we don't know for sure because there haven't been very many current descriptions of the Dogman of Defiance and things like that. But like I said, it kind of gives that broader range of like the werewolves and the Dogman of Michigan and other things like that. Where
like we said, the Rougarou, the werewolves of Europe and stuff like that people talk about. Yeah, it kind of fits into the category with all of them and stuff. So it's not so far fetched in a sense because
I see what you did there.
that was an accidental one, but we have like there's a lot of things throughout human history that kind of point back to like the Dogman kind of of cryptid in a sense.
That thread of a dog-like humanoid hybrid thing like that. So
looks like a dog, stands on two legs, kind of deal. Yeah, for sure.
And I guess this probably came through because I just finished the Harry Potter books, so you have Lupin. Yep. So, but so that is the Dogman of Defiance. Part werewolf, part humor, part local panic, and why did it have a 2x4?
It's got an affection for going to like hardware stores and shopping around and stuff.
It actually liked to whittle,
which would have been hilarious.
Oh yeah,
if like he hits the guy with it one day, the next day the guy comes back and there's like a wood form of him like whittled out of the
holding its own board.
Yeah, my apologies. Here you go. I didn't mean to hit you. That's not that hard.
Start seeing little local wood carvings just show up at flea markets around.
That'd be awesome, man. Like if you got one of those and you could say like, I've actually got one of the carvings of the Dogman of Defiance.
Actually use it as a new mini for D&D.
It'd be great. Love it.
But so that was the Dogman of Defiance.
I like it. That's awesome. Well, like I promised, I've got a game.
Oh boy,
to play. So this one is actually it's a little bit easier, I think, at least in my assumption of things.
Okay.
In a sense. A little bit easier, but I thought that it would be fun for us to do a little bit of a variation of two truths and a lie.
Oh, okay.
So I worked along with our good friend ChatGPT to come up with a number of different questions, if that's what you want to call it. But I'm going to give you 3 things in each category as we work our way through this. Your goal is to figure out which one is the lie and which 2 are the facts, right?
Okay.
So as we go through this, listeners, you guys play along at home. Try to answer before Josh does and keep track of how many you get right, and then let us know in our social media posts, or if you're commenting on one of the places where you listen to the podcast and stuff like that, leave a comment and let us know how many you got correct as you work your way through it, and be honest, because we don't know.
Yeah.
we know everything. So we're going to start off today with some weird history, and I'm going to give you there's an automatic one that you know in this one. And it's very funny to me that ChatGPT put it in the midst of this one too. So here's your 3 options. You ready to go?
Yep.
Okay. In the 1500s, some doctors believed that smelling bad odors could protect you from the plague. Number 2, Napoleon was once attacked by a swarm of rabbits. Number 3, in medieval England, it was illegal to eat soup on a Thursday when England was at war.
Man, bad smells of the 1500s. You can detect the plague. I know the second one is true.
Yeah, well, that's the one that was a giveaway because we covered that one as a story on here.
Because so I'm trying to logic this out in my head.
Yeah.
So you have your stereotypical picture of a plague doctor that had the big beak
long
that usually had
mask,
flowers or something that smelled good because there was so much death around.
Correct.
But the last one, Because people in countries do weird things during wartime.
They do some real weird things.
And that's okay. So what was the time frame though?
Medieval.
Medieval?
Yeah.
Man.
I stumped him on the first one, guys. Let's go. I even gave you a freebie in this one.
I know.
Down to a 50-50 shot.
I think my gut is telling me that the first one is a lie.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was number 3.
Soup?
Yeah, it's the soup one.
Okay.
Yeah. So, in the 1500s, they really did believe that if you smelled bad odors, it could help protect you from the plague. But in medieval England, the soup thing was not a deal. Which begs the question, though, what soup, in your opinion, would be worth going to prison for by breaking that law?
Really?
No, I'm saying, like, what soup would you pick if you were... If you're gonna go to prison for eating soup on a Thursday during wartime in England, which soup would you choose?
I would have to say my broccoli cheddar soup.
Broccoli cheddar, that's a solid choice.
Because mine is basically just cheese, broccoli, noodles, and bacon. So
okay, yeah, that's good. I like that.
All
right. Round 2: strange food facts.
Oh boy.
Number 1: honey technically never spoils.
Okay.
Number 2: ketchup was originally invented as a sports drink. Number 3: bananas are berries.
It's the second one.
Second one, ketchup. Yeah. Number 2 is the fake one. The ketchup was originally invented as a sports drink.
Yeah.
But could you imagine a tomato flavored Gatorade?
I saw something on Facebook where somebody essentially deep fried ketchup.
Deep fried ketchup?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm out.
I was like, I mean, I would.
I don't mind
try
ketchup
it.
on certain things, but I don't want ketchup.
Yeah.
I don't want it by itself ever. I don't want it deep fried by itself ever.
I would try it.
All right. Round 3. This one's for animals.
Okay.
Number 1: penguins can jump over 10 feet in the air. Number 2: cows have regional accents. Number 3: otters hold hands while sleeping so they don't drift apart.
I hate to say it, but I know that the first one is the lie.
Yeah.
Because I do know that cows, like, I don't understand it, but it makes sense.
You just imagine a southern cow. Like moo, y'all.
Cows in Australia. Moo, mate.
Yeah. I just love the idea of, like, everywhere you go, the cows have, like, this distinct accent that's from the...
Well, I mean, because if you think about it, animal, like, at least for us, like dogs, cats, like domesticated animals only know the language that they're spoken to.
Right.
So, I mean, it would make sense that...
You go to Canada, the cow's like, it's a moot time. That was a solid one, you gotta admit. What does a Russian cow sound like? That's gotta be a good one. Moose cow. Man, that was a double there. I love it. That's hilarious. Before we move on, we got to give a shout out to otters for being more emotionally stable than most humans, though. That's pretty awesome. Little cuties.
Yeah.
Holding hands while they sleep. All right. Church edition.
Oh, no.
Round 4.
Oh, no.
In the 1800s, churches banned chairs because they were considered prideful. Number 2, there is a church that centers around professional wrestling events. Number 3, a church in Norway once installed a rock climbing wall inside of their sanctuary.
Man, those ones are tough because it all sounds plausible.
Crazy and plausible.
I mean, the whole church banning thing is just right on point with with church history. And that one makes too much sense because, well, I'm gonna go with that one.
The first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Really?
the big one. Yeah. that they ban chairs. Like, if you've ever known a good Baptist in your life, you know they're not going to church unless they have a back pew to sit in.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
No. Yeah. So number one was the fake, but I was.
Well, I mean, if the first one was true, you couldn't have the second one.
Yeah, true.
Because I mean, how many chairs do they bust over people's heads?
So I actually
In the name of the Lord, bang!
I did some research into that one because I was like, no. So I looked up the professional wrestling church, and there legitimately is a church where the guy who is the I'm using this in quotation marks for all of you listening, the pastor of this church, he came to know Christ, but was a massive wrestling fan. And he started seeing this kind of like overlap between the ability to tell stories in wrestling, like the fake stories that they do, and telling biblical stories and leading people to Christ. And so they legitimately have a church, stained glass windows and all, but in the center of it is a wrestling ring. And they actually like bring in guys that essentially tell Bible stories and stuff through professional wrestling. My thing about this though is like, can you imagine you get body slammed from the top of a ladder into the baptismal pool for your baptism?
Dude, that'd be great.
It'd be so good.
Dude, good. I'm just picturing the stained glass windows. Like one is like the giant just doing the huge choke slam.
Yeah. The Rock like, doing rock bottom on somebody.
You have DX with.
Gosh, just the most unhinged church ever. That's hilarious.
Where's it at?
Yeah, it's actually in England, I think, if I remember correctly. It's like over in Europe somewhere. So yeah, all right. So you missed the first one, but you've got all the other ones so far.
Which is really weird because I thought that one would be the easiest one.
Right? Yeah. Because since we narrowed it down for you. All right, round 5, technology.
Okay.
Number 1, the first alarm clock could only ring at 4 a.m. Number 2, the first computer mouse was made out of wood. Number 3, early television remotes were actually voice activated.
I'm going to go ahead and say the third one is the lie.
That's right. Yeah, the third one was the lie. That one wasn't the best one that he made up out of all these. But
the wooden mouse is interesting.
I thought so too. I actually was like, I think a good wooden mouse would be kind of dope.
Oh, like
if you had like a nice mahogany mouse that was like stained and smooth and everything. Gosh, it'd be great.
The sound, the resonant sound that it would make would be really nice.
That click, gotta be so good.
Dogman would love it.
Yeah. I also thought the first alarm clock only ringing at 4 a.m. was
that's kind of weird.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah, especially because there was like professional knockers or something like that that would have like the poles or throw rocks at your window to wake you up. Like that was the original alarm clock.
Yep. That, and they for like the longest time they had it set up so that you would you made your candles all a certain size, and you could mark on the candle, because like if they're all the same size and the same width and everything, you know how fast they burn, and so you could actually mark on the candle where like how long it's been burning. And so when you went to bed at nighttime, you would they would push a nail into the side of the candle, and it was on top of like a metal tray.
Yeah.
So when it melted far enough, the nail would fall out, hit the metal tray, and ding, and it would wake you up, right? So that was kind of like an OG alarm clock as well. But I just thought it was very funny that like when they finally invented an actual alarm clock, a clock that went off at a certain time, it only went off at 4 a.m. I'm like, I'd be so angry about that.
I mean,
they're like, dude, you broke the world's first alarm clock. Like, yes, I threw it against the wall.
I mean, the ironic thing is that's when I get up in the morning anyway. So.
Yeah, now you do. That's right. Yeah. All right, you ready for round 6?
Yes, sir.
This is laws.
Oh.
Number 1, in Switzerland, it is illegal to own just one guinea pig. Number 2, in ancient Rome, people were fined for wearing mismatched sandals. Number 3, in one U.S. town, it was illegal to tie an alligator to a fire hydrant. So many good ones in this one.
Wow. So you have guinea pigs, sandals, and alligator.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm gonna go with the sandals.
Sandals?
It was either sandals or the first one. No, give me the first one.
First one?
Yeah,
Final answer?
yeah.
You should have stuck with
Was it
sandals.
sandals?
Yeah,
Dang it.
yeah. First thought was always the best one. Yeah, so it was. In ancient Rome, people were fined for wearing mismatched sandals. Was the fake one. In Switzerland, it actually is illegal to own just one guinea pig because they're such like social animals and stuff like that.
Okay, that
think
makes sense.
They think it's a crime to have just one. Now,
Where's the alligator? Is that in Florida?
I have that in my notes. I want to know who specifically caused the alligator
Oh,
law,
yeah.
because you know it's got to be in Florida.
Well,
got to be.
Florida or like Louisiana?
Maybe, but I'm betting on
bet
Florida,
Florida,
man.
yeah.
Like, just too many stories.
Yeah, because I mean, we went through the bizarre laws in Ohio. Like you can't whale in Ohio on Sundays or something weird like that, and
Yeah, well, and like
because there's some weird laws.
California, you're not allowed to shoot a whale from your car window,
Yeah,
which is great because that's
or you can't.
that
you
was a
can't
dude
serve-
from North Carolina that went to California.
Yeah, you can't sell cornflakes on Sunday in somewhere in Ohio. Remember that one? Yeah,
cornflakes.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't vaguely I remember that one.
yeah. There was some weird laws.
That's funny.
Because I think we were talking about it probably stemmed from somebody making like funeral potatoes and
Yeah.
one
Oh,
was
that's
really
right. Yeah. I remember that.
one was really good at making it last minute, and
Yeah, that's funny.
old Betty was like, "Yeah, you need to ban those so I can make mine." And
Right. All right, here we go. Rapid fire, true or false questions
Okay.
for the end here. Wombat poop is cube shaped.
true,
True. That is true. I still can't wrap my mind around it, but it's true. The Eiffel Tower grows in summertime.
true.
It is true. Yeah, it
'Cause
expands
metal
with the heat.
expands,
Yep,
yeah.
for sure. Number 3, goldfish only have a 3-second memory.
False.
That is false, right? You can train a goldfish
Yeah.
for sure. And then number 4, a cloud can weigh over 1 million pounds.
True.
That's true. Yeah, for sure. So
This
good stuff.
this is just proving the fact that I know way too much random stuff that
Random
I probably
information.
have no business knowing.
I'm going to say technically you only missed one out of all those
No, I think I
questions.
missed 2 because did
Well,
I miss
you just didn't stick with your answer because you like
Yeah.
the second one that you technically missed.
Did I get the chairs one right in the church, right? Because I think that
Yes.
was the only other one that I was
Yeah.
like, yeah. But yeah, this just goes to show you how much random crap that I know
Right, yeah.
that probably is taking up room for stuff that I actually should know.
Yeah, right.
Taxes.
Samesies. You want 2 bonus ones?
Yeah,
All right,
give me the
two,
bonus one.
2 bonus ones. Here's the backup questions. And this is you're trying to find the fake again.
Okay.
So number 1, sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins. 2, flamingos are born gray. 3, camels store water in their humps.
The third one.
He said very suspiciously. It is the third one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Camels' humps are just fat.
Yeah.
There's like no water actually stored in them and stuff.
That was me like I know that it's the third one is not true, but the first one was kind of throwing
Sloths
me.
holding their breaths longer
Yeah.
than dolphins is pretty crazy. That's wild.
Well, but
Makes-
if you think about it though,
When your
dolphins
heart-
aren't
When your heart only beats like one time per like 4 minutes, I
Right.
suppose that, yeah.
well, but if you think about like I was like thinking about dolphins, like you don't necessarily I mean, not that I've seen dolphins like in the wild and like studied them and things like that,
Right.
but they're always breaching
Yeah.
the
Coming out
water.
for air.
Yeah. So I mean that made more sense than but it's just one of those things like do you know what the natural predator is for moose? Like what hunts them?
What hunts moose?
Mhm.
Killer whales.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like it's because moose can swim.
Yeah, right.
And they can walk, like they can hold their breath for an obscene amount of time.
And think about for a killer whale, that's a heck of a snack.
Yeah, But could you imagine though being like diving like around like swimming in Alaska, and then all of a sudden out of the darkness you just see freaking antlers and a full grown moose just right next to you? Like,
Right.
that'd be more terrifying than a lot of things.
And then when you see the moose right next to you, a killer whale comes up and just
Yeah.
chomps on it. You're like, I don't belong here.
This is why I prefer to stay on dry land.
Yeah, I'd like to formally apologize to nature and leave now.
I am sorry. I'm going home. I'm going to stick with the Dogman in Defiance.
Yeah, right. All right, final one. This just because I have it on the list. Number 1, some turtles can breathe through their butts. 2, Vikings invented mozzarella sticks. 3, the inventor of the Pringles can is buried in one.
As much as I hate to say it, and I wish it was true, the second one.
Yeah, Vikings did not invent mozzarella sticks. As much as we would love for that to have been the
That would have
case.
been awesome.
Yeah.
I would eat so many more mozzarella sticks.
As though they need an excuse to be even better in our minds than what they already
Yeah.
are, right? No, so yeah, that was all the ones that I had for you today.
Those were good.
I like that. It was fun.
That was
fun
fun.
to get to go through that, and I promise that I'll do better about creating more games in the future.
But like we said, I think with the addition of the video ones, we can actually like put things up on the screen while we're doing it, and like, because there's a couple of things where it was like the this or that game where, like, you know, out of, you know, so many people surveyed, like, would you do this? Would
Or
you
that,
rather do this or that? And then you can kind of, I want to do one where we have to have you guess which majority people
Yeah,
pick.
that's good. I like that.
So
Well, and like I know that you and I have sent back and forth some of the ones of the Kaiser brothers, I think is what their name is, but they do the things where they'll pop a picture up on the screen and ask one another, like, you know, okay, like, you know, what movie is this, or things along those lines, and you have to try to figure those things out. So I think that'd be fun for us to do.
Another one that I want to do is like a letter chain where you get like the first letters of the thing and they all like chain together. Like you have like a B, and like you have to fill in, like, so if it's basket, then the next one's ball game, like
right.
So they all like kind of go down in a chain.
That makes sense.
So
Cool. All right. Well, as we get ready to close out today, we'll remind you guys that we have a Linktree account. If you go over there to our Linktree, you can find everything that we have available. So places that you can listen, our social media pages, all of that good stuff. Like Josh usually says, you can like a page but not follow it, and vice versa. You can follow our pages and not like them. We would encourage you to do both.
Yes.
It just helps us out as far as algorithms and all that kind of stuff goes.
Right.
And same thing with the podcast stuff,
Yes.
is that you can also set it to automatically download our episodes, and that way you can you're helping us out by doing so. Not only does it keep it on your phone, so no matter where you are, you can listen to it, but it also makes it so that we get bumped a little bit in the algorithms as well.
yeah, like this week I will be traveling. Like this week I will be in Arizona. I will actually be
That's right.
at the Grand Canyon, I think, today when this episode comes out. So
Wow,
this will be the first, June 1st. I think we're
It's
going
always
up on
hilarious
Monday.
when we try to think ahead to when our episodes are coming out and stuff, because we're like,
Yeah, I can't remember if we're going Sunday or today to the Grand Canyon. But
that'll be June 1st.
Yes,
is the day that this
and
comes
then
out. Yeah.
I think on Wednesday we'll be at Tombstone, which
Nice.
I'm
That's
super pumped about.
awesome. Yeah.
I'm super pumped about.
I better get some pictures from that one.
You will.
So.
You will. So, but yeah, and like we keep saying, like with the addition of the sad part that Josh is moving to North Carolina from my standpoint and a lot of other people's standpoints, at least with this, it opens up a new avenue for us. It's a lot easier, ironically, to record video separately than it is in person.
Yeah.
Because we have, like, I have webcam and stuff on my computer, and we can kind of tie in those things a lot easier. It'll be a little bit more work editing, so the video episodes might be a little bit delayed from the actual podcast releases.
Right.
Just because I have to throw into editing software and things like that.
And we may do more editing in the sense of just doing them more as like clips and stuff like that, instead of uploading entire episodes like we do for the podcast.
And with that, you know, we'll probably be more active on different social media platforms and things like that too. So
yep, that'd be great. So we hope you guys have a great rest of your week this week. We will plan on seeing you guys back here in episode 23 next week. We love you. Hope you have a great day. Bye.
Bye. You don't have to worry about the delay for the next recording and this recording. It's funny because it's literally just me just staring at Josh waiting for a cue. Because
there's gonna be some times on video where I'm intentionally just gonna let it keep like we're just stare at each other for like the longest time, and that'd be like it's been over for like 4 minutes, man.